Welcome back to another session of
The Twinster Pod. And the crowd goes wild.
Yes. We are so glad you are here. We are just glad that you're here to listening to us because we're a little off center and kind of kooky doo. So if you're listening to us, that means that you can
Yeah.
relate and we love you and you're our people.
Or they just like, entertain us.
Yeah, they probably just go, bless their hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
So before we start, we always have to do what, Lorraine?
Well, we got to sing that jingle
Yes, we
that
do.
you famously wrote.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And hi, I'm Amy,
And I'm Lorraine.
and this is the Twinster Pod Jazz
Oh, you
Hands.
started that one a little bit low today.
Yeah, is it about 2 octaves lower than we normally do?
Yeah,
We
I
made
felt
it
like
work,
it.
though. We made it
We
work.
did.
Let's made it work.
I got what you were stepping in.
We are glad you're here, and we also want to invite you to share at the twinsterpod@gmail.com, twinsterpod@gmail.com, your vacation memories.
Yes.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to have funny memes that we brought for the class because we like to make you laugh. We like to laugh ourselves. And we're just here to help you do that. So, vacation memories. We have a lot of fun vacation memories. We always tell you, and I know that you guys can relate to this. We didn't grow up with not a lot of money, not a lot of things, but we had a lot of love. And our mom and dad always made sure that they took us somewhere in the summer. Wouldn't you agree, Lorraine? We always went somewhere.
Yeah.
And as we got older, I would say teenage years, vacations changed a little bit. But
Hmm.
when we were kids, we had some relatives that we went up and stayed with. And I'm going to let Lorraine talk a little bit about that. So tell them what we did in the summers, Lorraine.
So Uncle Lee and Aunt Eda Holt, they really made our childhood vacations awesome.
We
I mean,
did.
I know that they knew that dad worked for like $8 an hour and
Yeah.
mom was a school nurse, and they would let us come up there, and they had a townhouse. I mean, this was Chicago. We went to Chicago and we loved it. We thought it was only 3.5 hours north of us, but we thought we were going to just Disney World. We would go up there and stay with them in their townhome, and it was a lot of people in one place, but they never made us go stay in a hotel. She always cooked the best
Yeah.
food for us. Eggplant parmesan was
That
my
was the best.
absolute favorite
Yeah.
that
We
she
would
made.
we
Yeah,
would eat until we couldn't eat, and like Thanksgiving full. That's her.
so good. Yeah, and I mean, she made meals that took a long time to cook. She really put love into it and spent a lot of money on us. And I remember she bought tickets for us to go see Peter Pan,
Mhm.
um, like the Broadway show. Um, they paid for us to go to Great America
Yeah.
and ride the rides. Um, a lot of things. I mean, I can't even remember everything. Do you remember
Like the
other
museum,
things?
like we go to the Museum of Science and Industry. Yeah,
Yeah,
downtown Chicago.
museums. Yeah, they just made sure that we got to do special things.
Mhm.
And I hope that Aunt Eda knows how much we appreciate that, because, that really changed, our summers. It gave us something to look forward to, and we knew we were loved up there. We knew she was going to cook great meals for us, and Pat and Mary and family those her daughters, they would come over and visit, and just we loved it going up there, and just being made to feel special, and we felt like it was a great vacation. So
Yeah,
that's our biggest memories, I think, of vacation.
yeah.
We've talked before about camping. We would go with grandma and grandpa camping to KZ, Illinois, in their camper. um, and I don't know. Did you go on a whole lot of vacations? Like, you never went to Pigeon Forge with mom and dad and me
No.
and Matt or Christy. Um, the funny thing about dad was is he knew his directions
Yeah.
from anywhere,
Yeah.
and he knew how to get around. And I don't know if we've mentioned this, but when the GPSs came out, they had the little boxes that you had to plug into your cigarette lighter in your car, and um, he hated those things. He hated that woman telling him where to go, which way to go, and he'd say, "Shut that thing off! I know where I'm going."
Yeah. Yeah. Because he
So
just had a sense of direction, you know. He knew
yeah,
exactly, you know, this road goes here, that road goes there, and well, this one runs parallel the interstate. So eventually we'll hit the interstate, you know.
yeah, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
And
So
then when you move to another state,
yeah, you're
it's
completely
worse. But yeah, he just knew exactly where we were. And yes, if there was traffic, go this way, run parallel, you're gonna eventually get to where you're going. So
yeah.
anyway, I can just remember that from some of our vacations. But do you remember the time we were driving to Chicago and he got lost in that part of town?
Yes, that was scary. It wasn't in a good part of town either. He was like, lock the doors, everybody pray, look straight forward, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That could have ended very badly. Thankfully, God
Yeah.
protected us. Thankfully.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I don't know. There must have been traffic, or he's doing this, as Perry calls it, the
The horse.
horsely jog, trying to get out of the traffic. And yeah, we wound
Yeah.
up not so great part. So
Well, and then if you
anyway,
also remember our other side of the family, we would go to Candy Lynn, Aunt Peggy, Deb, Louie,
yep.
all of them, Steve, we would go and they were kind of on the way to Chicago. So a lot of times we'd stop
Yes.
either there and spend the night before we go to Chicago, or we'd stop on the way back. And so they were around Joliet area, if you know
Yeah.
what it is, right? And we
Yes.
love them so
Oh
much.
my gosh.
They're
So much fun.
so much fun. We have great memories. You know, I can remember their big, I just remember it, Uncle Bill and Aunt Peggy's big greenhouse. Do you remember kind of by
Yeah.
the railroad tracks? Like there was industrial stuff around it. Like,
Yes.
do you remember that? Like
That
that's,
was a long time ago. Yeah, we were really little
and I remember
then.
that.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think
So
I was in Joliet.
I think so too. We'd have to ask Candy and Deb.
Mhm.
But Aunt Peggy is their mom. So
Mhm.
Peggy Powell there was their mom. And so she was our grandpa's sister.
Yeah, right
So
before
it's
the
our
right.
dad's aunt and
Yeah.
uncle.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a great side of the family too. And Aunt Peggy's potato salad, I was thinking about that a couple days ago. Oh,
Yeah.
I really want her recipe. She made the best
Yeah.
potato salad.
And anytime they're the kindest people, but like every time, anytime I hear a northern speaking
Yeah,
person, it always reminds me of Candy Lynn and Deb and Aunt Peggy and their like warmness with their voice. You know, and they
yeah,
just engulf you with kindness, the
yes,
voice. It's hard to
yeah.
explain, but that's verbally the best way I can explain it.
And they're the kind of people that if you haven't seen them for 2 or 3 years and you get back together with them,
Yes.
it's just like you have been with them
Yeah.
the whole time.
And to
They're
be
just
honest with
those
you,
kind of people.
Lorraine and I hope that that's the kind of people, that's what we want to strive to be too. If you're our friend,
Yeah,
we haven't seen you in a while, we're just going to love on you and just pick back up where we started, you know, or where we left off, I guess I should say, you
yeah.
know.
And I think it's hard for everybody these days. I was thinking about this today too. Not making contact with people and, not catching up with people, but just to let everybody know, if you're my friend, I love you. I think about you. I think it's just a weird world right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and people are kind of protective and staying to themselves. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah. So
I don't know.
maybe reach out to somebody if you've been thinking about them. Just reach
Hmm.
out, say, hey, just was thinking about you. And, you know, hi, just wanted to say hi, something like that. I think that goes a long way because I think a lot of times we think, well, they already have friends, oh, they probably forgot about me. But you honestly never know, like what
Yeah.
how you're going to bless somebody's day by just sending them a little encouragement. And it might be you
Hmm.
might be the only person that says something to them that day, and that might, change the whole perspective of their day.
Yeah. So that was kind of a little off the subject, but it just kind of reminded me of
Mhm.
getting back together with family members and,
Yeah,
just I love that when you're just
yeah.
like, oh, it's like you never left.
And then one last thing about our summer vacations was, oh my gosh, when we'd stay in Redmond sometimes and we'd go up to the pavilion and we had friends in Redmond. Well, Tim and Matt Harrison would come down from Paxton. They'd stay with their grandma.
Hmm.
We loved Tim and Matt. They were so fun. They always made us laugh. Remember they were like they lived over by the pavilion, and so you'd see Matt flipping his umbrella, twirling his umbrella,
Yeah,
right?
they lived like kind of, if people know Redmond, like behind the old post office.
Mhm.
Grandma was kind of like back behind there. Yeah.
And you'd always see him coming out the back door, and like you'd see Matt
Hmm.
flipping his umbrella, and we'd be like, "Oh yay!" We've lost contact with them. We don't know where they are, but we had some of
Yeah.
the best times with them and Larry Matthews when he went moonwalking off the back
We walk.
of the
Yeah,
table.
that's the thing. Like that was the 80s. And so nobody had iPads
You
and,
get boombox.
not at the risk of sounding like an old person. Like we just didn't do things inside.
No,
Well, there was like three channels. Nobody
yeah,
just stayed inside to watch TV. So we would run around. Like when we got up, we'd be out all day.
yeah.
We might go home and eat something. But Mom knew we were safe where we were. We had a big old boom box that we would carry around with us.
We'd
And
walk. Would we drive up there? Or would we walk or ride our bicycles? Maybe both.
both. We
Okay.
mostly walk.
Yeah.
Mostly we walked. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think but we mostly walked up there. But yeah, we had the boom box that played the cassette tapes, and we didn't really have to do anything. We went up there and sat underneath that pavilion on the picnic tables. It's not there anymore, but and just talked and had fun and laughed, and that was
That's
that
all
was
we
enough
did.
back then.
Yeah. And we'd look forward to that. I mean, that was fun. You just like
Mhm.
so think about those things that like was a much simpler time. You'd have a boom box, you'd, listen to the 80s. We'd listen to the Casey Kasem countdown and you'd record your favorite song when you heard it come on because you would want to hear it, but we couldn't afford to go out and buy the song, right? So we would
Yeah.
record on our cassette tape, we would listen for it, be like, okay, at number 9, Ryan Adams, whatever. So you listen to it and then you record it. So fun, fun, fun
Yeah,
memories.
it
So
was. It was.
if you've got fun summer memories, which we know you do, the twinsterpod@gmail.com, please email us. We want to hear from you. And we're inching closer to our 20th episode, if you can believe that.
Wow.
We're going to do something really fun that involves 20. I haven't even told Lorraine yet, so she's going to be a surprise.
No,
So it's going to
I
be fun.
don't know.
So we always like to end our podcast with fun memes because we love those.
We do.
Our favorite thing. So Lorraine, do you have a couple or three or however many you want to share with the class that you would like to read?
Yes.
Okay,
I'll
go.
start with this one. Okay, don't text me abbreviations in my old age. People be like capital G, capital M. And I'm like, well, General Motors do you too.
I cannot. That's so funny.
Oh, goodness.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then let me see. I had one more. I was gonna read them the one that I sent you and Christy and Mom today, because
Okay.
people with sisters can maybe relate to this.
Yeah.
Told my sister a secret, said, "Don't tell Mom."
Yeah.
She told Mom and then told her not to tell me. Now Mom called me and told me she knows, but not to tell my sister. So now we all know, but nobody can admit it.
That's it. I'm sure
And I'm
that's happened
pretty
to
sure
us.
you all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everybody's been there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
And yet again this morning, no one was standing next to my bed saying, Your Royal Highness, here is your mimosa. We need to see if
What
Perry
is up with
will do that.
that?
You see if
Oh,
Perry will do that. I got a crown, so put my crown on me. All
yeah.
right. This is for all of us people that like squirrel people. Cleaning the kitchen, but saw the laundry, so I watered a plant. Now I'm making a dentist appointment.
Oh my goodness, how many times? Come on, and especially you
Mhm.
people that are our age, that are
Yeah,
premenopausal,
yeah,
perimenopausal,
yeah.
menopausal, your brains are just no,
Pre,
they don't
post,
hang on to anything.
before, after, during. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, mom calls it the hereafter. It's like you go in a room and you're like, okay, what am I
Love
hereafter?
hereafter. Yeah. And then Udo Moss, one more. Wanted caretaker for my beach house. Also, beach house. Also, money for my beach house.
Yeah, there's that.
And there is that, right? So anywho, so we have completed, this is our 18th podcast.
Wow,
We're inching closer.
coming up.
You cannot miss our 20th because it's going to be our 20th anniversary. We'll call it our 20th anniversary. We'll just call it that. Unless we can think of something
Okay.
funnier to call it. So with that, we hope we made you smile, right, Lorraine?
Yes, we do.
And maybe think of memories of your family
Yeah.
vacations because it's always fun to remember those. And if you had bad ones, don't remember those. Just remember the fun ones.
Or go make some new fun ones.
There you go. Make some new fun ones. So, all right. Well, we will see you next time on the Twinster Pod. Bye.
Bye.